Hey everybody. I know I'm late, I'm sorry. Hey Sandra. I know, I'm running behind. We got back late. The roads are really bad here. I'll show you guys how to do homemade laundry soap. So when you make, not laundry soap, sorry, hand soap. When you do this, you need to use the distilled water because of the preservatives. You have to, okay? So you're just gonna pour this into your pot, the whole gallon. You're gonna make a gallon, okay? And it's really loud. Okay, so that'll pretty much fill it up. Now, I use Zote soap, okay? I just ground it up into these fine pieces, okay? And you just turn on your burner. You gotta get the water hot, but you don't want to boil the soap. So you're just gonna dump it in. And to be honest, I've had my soap ready since October, which is okay. It'll be fine. Just take a whisk, and you just keep stirring it. And as it heats up, the soap will dissolve. Okay? And I'm trying to find a way to prop you because you can see me for a minute. I gotta find my glycerin. You need some glycerin here. And I just get it from like, hey Lala, hey Julie, hey baby Capone, Nora. I just get this from Michael's. It's just a small bottle. You only need 2 teaspoons when you're making homemade hand soap. So this little bottle lasts forever. But all you're gonna do is just sit here and keep stirring and melting the soap in your distilled water until it's completely dissolved. I use Zote soap. I like Zote soap. You can even use, hold on. Let me turn that down a little bit. I'll show you the 2 kinds you can use, actually. I know I'm a loud walker. I can't help it. This boot's killing me. Let's see. Let's see. Okay. You can use the Zote soap, which is the pink stuff, and it says Zote, or you can use the blue Zote. It doesn't matter. But this is my other soap that I've used to make hand soap, which is the Pure Castile bar soap. You can do that. Hey, Tim. So you can use this or the Zote soap. You just shave up 1 whole bar to make a gallon of hand soap. And it lathers and it's good stuff. And I have to make my life quick because I just got word we may be going somewhere else. So, like I said, you just melt your soap. That's all you gotta do is just keep stirring it until it melts. Now, once this is melted, once this completely dissolves and the soap is dissolved, you're gonna put 2 tablespoons of your glycerin in, okay? Once that's done, you're gonna take this off of the burner, put it on a wire cooling sheet. I had to think of the word. And let it set overnight. Don't cover it. Just let this set, okay? Because then it's going to thicken up and it's going to be like a gel consistency. And then tomorrow I'll pop on live after it's set up and I will show you guys what it looks like. And it doesn't take long for this to dissolve. It really doesn't, because it's already turning the water pink. And I just realized that this pan is older because it's well used and there's a slight hole in it, so I apologize. But you just keep stirring it, okay, until it dissolves. And once it's dissolved, you just take it off and set it on a wire cooling rack. That's all you gotta do. And once it's off the burner, just add your 2 tablespoons of your glycerin and then give it a quick stir and let it set overnight. It has to set. That's your biggest key. It makes it, here I'll show you. It doesn't make it like a gel soap. This is what it'll look like. This was my first batch and I only did 2 teaspoons of the glycerin. It still lathers really well. It's just not as thick, but it will turn out like the liquid hand soaps you get at the store if you do 2 tablespoons instead of 2 teaspoons. Because I made some and that's all gone. I gave it to my mom. But it'll make a whole gallon, and then when you're done, just take a funnel from your distilled water jug that you bought, and then you just fill it back in here, and then you can reuse your soap dispensers, so you don't have to buy new ones. Because honestly, the glass part of this is one of my canning jars, because I do can, and then I just found this pump top at Michael's that fits right on here. It's really cool. More into the rustic theme, but it's really easy to do. Really, really easy, and it doesn't take long. Like I said, you just make sure you just stir it and let it dissolve. And as you can see, you'll see a little bit of suds on the top, and that's okay. You're not hurting it in any way. You just keep stirring. That's it. That's all you gotta do. It's really simple. Nora, definitely give it a try, but be very careful. Make sure you know your elevation of where you're at to how much pressure you need to can with, because with a pressure canner you have to be very careful. If you're not careful with a pressure canner, it can explode and it will be a loud, horrendous bomb in your house, and you'll have glass and everything. It will not be good. I'm telling you, don't do that. Make sure you know your elevation so you can set the right pounds of pressure while you're canning. And let me see. This is my first ever canning book, the Ball Blue book. Definitely get this. It will help you. It'll tell you what you need. It has tons of different canning recipes in here. Hey, Blue Moon. Yes, it does smell pretty. I love lavenders and vanillas and all of that. But definitely, definitely, definitely make sure you check that. Don't be scared. Just know your elevation. That book will tell you how long and what pressure for your elevation to can with. It'll tell you exactly step by step how to use your canner and how to set it up. But I'm going to tell you, when you cannot walk away from it. You have to stand here with it and watch your pounds per your PSI, you have to watch that. Because you're going to have to adjust your stove because you can't let it go. I was doing carrots. I believe it was carrots. And I had to keep it at 10. Hey, Julian. And I had to keep playing with my temperature because I have a gas range. Hey, Dale. You're Santa Claus now? Good to know. You crack me up. But you're going to have to play with it so you don't screw it up. Hey, Pennywise. I'm doing good. I'm making my soap, and it smells really, really good. I just took a bar of pink Zote soap. I grated it up. I took a gallon of distilled water from the store. Put it in this pot together, and I just melt the soap down. Because 1 bar of soap will make 1 gallon of liquid hand soap. Oh, thanks, Lala. And once it's all dissolved, because it's getting pretty close right now, but once it's all dissolved, just put 2 tablespoons of your glycerin in, let it set overnight and cool, and you're done. That's it. It's so simple. And then you get a gallon of hand soap. The bar of Zote soap only cost me 98 cents. Okay? 98 cents. The gallon of water was $1. So $1.98. That's it. You get a gallon of liquid hand soap to refill all your liquid hand soap dispensers instead of paying 99 cents for one of the small little pump bottles. And I like this because I know what's in it. I know what chemicals. You know, I'm very careful with that. I have people that in my house that we have to be careful with chemicals, food, everything. It is so easy to make, Baby Capone. It's just like the homemade laundry soap. It is so easy. And it lasts forever. Nora, I got tons of ideas, girl, because I've had to go natural as much as I can. With the glycerin, it will turn gel-wise, Pennywise. It'll turn into like a gel overnight when it cools. And then in the morning, all you do is you take your whisk, okay? Take your whisk, and you're just going to stick it in, break it apart a little bit, and then you're just going to mix it up really, really good, again, to get that glycerin all incorporated really well. No, 2 tablespoons of glycerin. I don't know where you would get it there, Julie. I know like Michael's, Joann's, craft stores have it here. And then you just mix it up, put a funnel in your jug, pour it back in. Or if you have dispensers that need to be refilled, just refill them. And then put the rest back in your gallon jug and you're all set. It's way easier. That's why I make the laundry soap the way I do, because it's natural and it's better and it works really well. Yeah, you need 2 tablespoons of the glycerin. Like, everybody knows, because I was talking about Mama goes to dialysis and sometimes she gets blood on her clothes, and the store-bought stuff doesn't work very good to get it out. So I did a lot of research and I found a recipe and I tweaked it for my needs. And that homemade laundry soap gets her blood out without pre-treating. It's perfect. It is expensive, and that's why I started doing this. Dale, it's not boiling anywhere. I don't have it up very high because I don't want to... Yeah, but some of her clothes I can't do that to because of the material. Sometimes the material and the dye in the clothes, and I add peroxide, it splotches. But I have used that too, Pennywise. I really have. But since I've done this, I haven't had to. And if it's a really hard stain, I just take a little bit... Momo, behave. Sorry, my dog. I just take a little bit of Fels Naphtha soap It's a bar. It's like soap soap. You find it in the laundry aisle. And I'll just rub it on the clothes and then throw it in with the laundry soap. And it comes right out. Yeah, Fells Naphtha or Zote soap is great for laundry soap. Just to let you know. Little trick I've learned. The other thing, I also will probably be showing you, probably not this week, probably next week I'll show you guys how to make homemade liquid dish soap out of Zote soap. It's really cool. And it works really well. And that's all you do. See, it's getting a little more frothy, which is okay. And when, like I said, when it's all melted, I will go ahead and it is great. I love my homemade laundry soap. Once it's all melted, I'll just add my tablespoons and put it over here. I'll pull out my wire rack, set it right next to the stove, let it set out all night, and then tomorrow I'll come back live and show you what you guys look like. What it looks like, I will. Yeah, I love my laundry soap. But I'm also a couponer, so that's kind of a problem because I'm really, really cheap. If I find laundry soap for 99 cents or less, as far as like Tide, OxyClean, Arm & Hammer, I'm on it. Okay. You guys have to understand. You can use Dial soap if you want. You can use Dial bar soap. You guys can use whatever you want. I was taught as an MA that it's not so much the antibacterial you're looking for in hand soap at all. It's the friction and just plain soap of your hands rubbing together. That's what gets rid of the germs. It really is. Antibacterial, you can use that in here. It's not going to hurt it. But just from my training, I know I don't need to have an antibacterial property, because if you're really creating a good friction with your hands, washing them and really scrubbing them together, like really, really vigorously scrubbing them, it's the same property. But if you want to make it antibacterial hand soap, you can. And it's really not, Nora. It's not. You're right. It's not good for you. My cousin used to use only antibacterial hand soap, and under her wedding ring, her finger was so bad she had to take her ring off because of the antibacterial soap, that even though she rinsed her hands, she couldn't get it all the way off because it was trapped under the ring. Hey, Dr. Awesome. Awesome, Pennywise. I'm glad you stopped by. Yeah, Dale. Yeah, I'm absolutely no drama here, no swearing. I do swear, don't get me wrong. I try not to do it on my channel. Hey, Chilled Fox. But I try not to. Sorry. But yeah, antibacterial soap is not good for you to use all the time. You can use Dial soap and make this hand soap yourself. You can. You can use any kind of soap. I personally prefer Zote soap or the Pure Castile soap. Hey, Megan. Those are the two that I stick to all the time. Just those two. So, it's everybody's personal preference. Yeah. Nora, it's different when the doctors and everybody tells you to try and go natural and try and stay natural. Yeah. You got to do a lot of research. And because I take care of my in-laws and I love them dearly, I've learned a lot of things in my time. And that's why I started doing a lot of this type of stuff for them. And it's also good for me. Oh, thanks. Like my cabinets? Yeah. Yeah. I'm more in the rustic theme up here. If you can see. Like my pot over there. And then that pot. And then I got all of that up there. And I got my jugs over there. Got my whiskey jugs. Yeah. I'm all about that type of stuff. Hey, Oklahoma. So, like I said, when this all dissolves, just take it off the heat. And I think I'm pretty much there. I really do. There's not much left. Here, let me turn on the light. Shed some light on the situation. See? There's not much soap left to dissolve if I can get it to skim. That whole bar is almost gone. It really is. And you just keep stirring it. That's all you do. That's it. So simple. It is really fast. Because once it dissolves the soap, hey Anna, all you gotta do is plop it over in a cooling rack and leave it set overnight and just not worry about it. You're done. It's perfect. Especially when you don't have a lot of time. You know, it's great. Getting out my cooling rack real quick. So that way when it's done, I can just slide it right over. And like I said, one bar will make a whole gallon and it's way easier. And way cheaper than buying all those little pump bottles. It's great. Anna, I'm so glad you caught me because yesterday you were all mad. You missed me. Gizmo. Shh. Sorry. Alright. I'm going to cut this one off. And I will go live tomorrow and show you what this looks like after I put this in and let it sit overnight. Okay? I want you guys to have a great day. Be kind to one another. Love one another. Please, there's enough hate out there. We don't need it. Just be kind to one another. That's all you got to do. Just be kind. No problem. Bye, Lala. No problem, Julie. I got you. Hi, Michael Bennett. Bye, Chilled Fox. All right, guys. I will see you over on Be Our Guest. You guys have a good day. Bye.